Well, hello. Welcome to Dashcam Diary of a Disabled with me, Chronically Happy. Today's jewelry made by moi. It says "Your cut" on it. Because you're cut. Alright, anywho, I'm going to be sending it in my care package once I get home and start crafting some cuffs. I am so behind. I have to get these boxes in the mail within the next 4 hours, and I need to make 4 cuffs. So I only have 1 hour per cuff to try and complete it. I think if I already have designs picked out, I can make it within 30 minutes, but I am not positive. I have never timed myself on making my cuffs. Stop thinking this. Whew. I'm not using my microphone today because I am being lazy, and yeah, I'm just trying to get home. I'm really disgruntled veteran today. Today is a diary of a disgruntled disabled veteran today. That is part of my title. I'm going to change it even though I did the introduction wrong. That's okay. I can do what I want. I'm the content creator and editor and everything else. The talent. Alright. I'm feeling in a quite funky mood, but I am going to be cutting up my Target card as soon as I pay it off next month. And I may or may not pay it off next month just because it's Black Friday, Cyber Monday next month, and I like to make my big purchases on those days, so I may just blow off paying off my card until January maybe, and then cutting it up, because I only had 2 missed payments. I made my 3rd payment on time. Well, I've had my card more than 3 months, so I guess back in March I had a late payment, and then in September I had a late payment because I was so busy trying to get back from vacation and unpack and unload, and I didn't realize that my payment was due at the very beginning of the month, like the 2nd day of the month. So I totally missed September's payment, and I'm like, well, I'll just catch up and make sure I pay it before and on time for October. So anyways, I make my October payment the day it's due, only because, again, I was just like, dang it, why is it always so due at the beginning of the month? It doesn't give me time to try and like get all my regular doctor appointments done, because Wednesday was the 1st, and Wednesday is the day I have most of my doctor appointments last week. So I really just did not have time on Wednesday to figure out, hey, I need to log in. And then plus, I have been locked out of my Target account the last 2 or 3 times I've logged in. I tried logging in today to use some rewards to help my purchase today, and I was at the checkout line trying to reset my password 3 separate occasions, and I was taking so long. A line was building up because I was in self-checkout, and I like to be courteous to others and not take up all the time in the world, and I was starting to sweat. I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm getting anxious because I have a line building up behind, even though there's more than one register for self-checkout. I'm not trying to hold everybody up. I'm trying to be quick because self-checkout is relatively quick, especially when you don't have that many items. And I didn't have that many items because I called them online, or called them today because I checked my credit report because I had a notification, and my freaking credit dropped 113 points because of Target. I made my payment on time for October, but since it was 2 months in a row that they didn't process my payment in time for month number 2, they considered it missed, and due to the processing, they lowered my limit by by over $800. And I was going on a shopping spree today. I was buying some much needed things and trying to save my cash and money because it's dwindling fast. And I got to make sure I have money for gas to get up to my events. I got to go up to Portland this coming weekend. Then I'm going up to Seattle area at the end of the month. I'll get paid one more time, but it's really not that much in the middle of the month. Yeah, I just had extra expenses this month. I had to pay for my co-pay for my mobility scooter. I had to borrow money from my mom last month because I was negative in my account. I couldn't make my freaking care credit payment, so my mom gave me money to make that payment so I wouldn't mess up my report on that, because they've also lowered my credit limit to an extremely low amount. So now my dog, if something emergency happens, and my savings has already started dwindling that I put into savings this month. I'm also down to like maybe 500 out of the 1,000 now. I've been trying to put $1,000 away every month, and every month I've had to use that savings account because I cannot live within my means at the moment. It is so stressful. I got money for co-pays for medication with my Medicare. I have co-pays for certain doctors and labs. And I'm just extremely frustrated that 2 of my credit cards have decreased my limit when I make it more than enough money to cover it. I make one little mistake, well, according to Target 3, and they're going to lower my limit down to like nothing. I can only charge up to $50 on it today because of them lowering my limit. When if they hadn't have done that, they could have covered my whole purchase, and instead, now I used another $150 out of my savings account. Were all of these items necessary? No. But were they kind of time related? Yes. Some of the items are going into my trading boxes today to add into it because I was looking specifically for something because the person requested something very specific, and so I was trying to fulfill the specific item that she was looking for. And I don't have a Labubu because I am not into that trend. If y'all don't know what a Labubu is, please Google it and look up what these silly things are. They are just the newest pop culture trend, and you can buy them on Pop Mart, is one of the biggest sellers of these items. And you can purchase whole box sets to try and get the whole series. And them damn things are expensive. Like, I'm not trying to buy a whole bunch of them damn things and then, not get this secret one, which is, I don't know what people would sell them for or how much they would sell them for, but I know they upcharge when it's something like that. But also, people are into completing sets, and so they have all these sets and all these different series. Anyway, Labubu, I only heard of Labubus for the first time like around May this last year, but I haven't really seen them on social media up until recently. And then now I get videos all the time, shorts and reels, about people doing their unboxing videos for Labubus, trying to get the secret. Well, whatever. That's besides the point. Went off on a tangent on that. The whole point of that whole Labubu thing is I am doing a side quest card trade, even though I don't have any cards to trade because I'm a new collector of these cards, of these festivals that I have been to, that I want to collect them for, and certain DJs. Like I said, I've only learned about them back last May, and they've only been in business for like a year and a half, but they are killing it in the obscure niche that they're in, of these specific collector's cards that people are going kind of nuts over and trying to gatekeep some of them, because people just want to make money in this crappy economy, and I don't blame them. I don't blame them whatsoever. But anyway, I'm going to have to order one of these Labubus, so then if I ever get a request like this again, I will know how to fulfill the request and see if it works or not. I kind of don't know if this is going to work or not, but I'm going to give it a shot. I asked a lady in the Target store if she's ever heard of it, and she never has, and she's like, my kids are grown now and out of high school, and so, or in high school, and so I'm like, how does she not know about Labubus? Like, I thought they would be big with the high schoolers at least, but maybe it's the adults that are going crazy over them. I couldn't tell you, but I am trying to stay up to date with pop culture trends, so then I can fulfill those kind of trends when it comes to my candy making. And I am betting if I were to have any Labubu anything on my candy, that it would sell like hotcakes right now because of it. But people are doing, what people are doing to their Labubus are, they are starting to kind of like create their own style for their Labubus, kind of like Barbies, you know, interchangeable clothes, this and that. Well, people are now doing like complete overhauls of their Labubus. They are like changing their eye color, they are painting their teeth to make it look like they're gangsta with like gold teeth and stuff. They're dressing them in outfits, and they're like selling them online for like, I guess, twice the amount of money than what it is to just purchase a regular Labubu with nothing on it. So these things are like getting out of control in my mind. So this girl has requested that I either make a hat or a bikini for her Labubu to wear, but I'm like, I don't even know how I would make something like that with my beads. So I went to a store and I found this doll dress-up set, and I think it might fit perfectly. And what's even better is it has a set of sunglasses that are in the shape of hearts, which is perfect for ravers. And ravers are typically into these side quest cards because this is the community that it serves, because of the DJ cards that they make, and then the festival and the rave cards that they make specific to raves, certain raves and certain DJs. And then they also have limited edition ones on top of regular ones with the same design but holographic, you know. They're getting big just like Pokemon cards, but they're for raves and festivals. And they're the only company that have these collector's cards so far, and they're called Side Quest, which with a PSYDE Quest is what they're called, instead of the regular spelling of side, like SIDE. They spell it side with a PSYDE. So that is the company. If anybody's interested in looking up what these things are, there you go. That's how you spell it, and that's how you look it up. And then Labubu is spelled Lububu, I believe. I thought it was Laububu, but Lububu. But I pronounce it Labubu. Whatever. Labubu. I think they're kind of ugly, honestly, but some of their color fuzz patterns are kind of cute. I'm not gonna lie about that, but I don't want to waste my time collecting something like that. For one, I have no space or storage to show the collection off, and two, I already collect enough things I'm trying to get rid of stuff. So if anything, I will buy one Labubu, but I kind of want to buy one that I know what it is, so I get one that I want and I don't have to spend a whole bunch of money to get the color that I want, because I'm not willing to spend the money on more than one to get one. I just need one to be able to model clothes, and I need to learn how to make beaded things for Labubu, I think. So I might find a niche in that myself. We shall see. I have not really seen any beaded things on them yet that I am aware of, but I would have to do some searching on the interwebs on various social media platforms to find out if anybody's beaded anything for Lububus. Regardless, I hope this freaking bikini top works. It's actually like a Mickey Mouse one, or a Minnie Mouse one, sorry, excuse me, Minnie Mouse looking bikini, because it's red with white polka dots, and then the sunglasses to go on the Labubu, I think will be beautiful. I wish I could buy a Labubu straight up. Oh, you know what? I will stop at that freaking comic store and see if he has any in town. If he has one, I guess I will buy a blind box if he has any. That way I can find out for sure if this stuff fits before it ships. Like I said, I have to ship it today. And I don't have time to wait to order it online to get here. It won't get here in the same day. It just won't. So I don't know how to buy one of these things without it being online or on a marketplace to buy from somebody used. Because I'd most likely want to buy it from somebody used that's already been opened, because they already have dupes of the same one. They're duplicates. They even have fake Lububus, by the way. Fake ones. And so they call them Lufufus because they're fake. It's the whole thing. Labubu, Lafufu. And so it's ridiculous. But my whole disgruntled part of me is the whole Target thing. Now that I'm coming back full circle to the beginning of my video, I'm not going to do business at Target anymore. Not since customer service couldn't help me. They did waive the late fee because I did make the payment on time, but since they're Central Time, they didn't get the process until a day late, supposedly. So that's why I have 3 late payments now, and that is what made them decrease my credit limit. I think Care Credit, I was late maybe 1 month, but I don't know if I was late before, like years prior. I don't know, but they lowered my limit, like I said. And so Stormy is going to be screwed if I don't keep up on my Care Credit. Maybe if I keep paying it off each month or something, maybe they will consider increasing it at the time. But with the way the way the economy is, the Target representative said we are not accepting credit increases at this time. Really? Why? You're okay to decrease it, so why can't you increase it? Is it only specific to me because of my late payment history of 3 times? And one was March, and then one was September. And yeah, totally my bad. But October's was not my bad. So the third one was on them, and so that's why I'm disgruntled. And because it was on them, and the reason why my credit limit is decreased is why I just don't care to do business with them anymore. I think that's jacked up, dude. I understand if it's like, 5 times in a row or 3 times in a row or something like that. I don't know, but like, I know they have to have some kind of policy in place, and from a business point of view or a bank point of view, yes, they want their money. But I feel like the world has changed so much because I you used to be able to get away with late payments without having a problem like this. Post-COVID, I've had nothing but problems with credit cards decreasing my limits because of missed payments. And not even very many. My credit score was in the 700s. And it's because of Target, one of the credit bureaus dropped me 100 points. Now I'm in the 600s. The other credit bureau's still in the 700s. I mean, I have excellent credit. For them to I could understand if I had terrible credit to decrease my credit limit, but I have excellent credit. And now they just screwed me. They screwed me with my credit limit by dropping me over 100 points. Because of their fault processing it a day late. That's what I say about that. And I think that's screwed up. And I'm allowed to be pissed off. So yeah, first world problems, I guess. That's probably not PC to say anymore. My bad. There's a lot of problems going on in the world, and I'm sorry, world. I'm sorry that the whole world has issues right now. I think America, I think we have way too many problems. I'd rather just shut myself away in my room and just game my life away right now, rather than deal with any of this other crap. Or just crafting and gaming. Like, if I don't got to deal with anything else besides my doctor appointments, crafting and gaming, I'm a pretty damn happy person. I don't like to watch politics. I don't really want to know what's going on until it hits me personally. Until it hits me personally, I don't want to know about it, because I don't want to get pissed off. Because that's all politics are going to do, and that's what all politics do to people these days. Is it creates divide in our population and anger, and I know things are happening. I just don't care to pay attention to them. Thank goodness for ADHD. ADHD, I can ignore things until it really does hit me, and then when it hits me, then I'm mad, and then I get mad about it. But why get mad about things ahead of time until it trickles down to really affect me? Why get mad ahead of time? I'd rather just wait until the day of something happening to me to get pissed off. Because I tell you what, a lot of the changes that are happening right now are going on in the House and the Senate, and it has absolutely, me personally, I have absolutely no say what they do in the Senate or House to pass these laws and bills. And so how do people justify voting makes a difference? Well, yes, voting makes a difference if the person that you voted for is elected, but if that person you voted for didn't get elected, then really, I mean, your vote didn't count for what you wanted. And then these representatives that you didn't vote for are passing things without us saying it's okay. The public has no say in the matter whatsoever. So if I could make a change in the Senate and House and the bills that they're passing, if I had a say in any of that, I personally would vote for it. I would go to those meetings and I would be like, I object. You don't have 100%, but do I want to become a senator or a House leader or anything like that? F no. For one, I'm not dependable because I'm disabled, and I wouldn't make it to hardly anything, probably. And two, I have no credentials whatsoever. And I don't have any interest in learning about how any of that really, really works, besides the fact that I had no opinion and I can't stop bills from being passed. Yep, the public can vote for the bills and stuff and say, yeah, let's try and put this up to the Senate and House and see if it flies. But it's never a guarantee, so how does your vote really count? Honestly, somebody answer me that question. I would love to know. How does your vote really count when it comes to stuff like that? Because I don't know how it works because I don't pay attention to politics, like I said, so if somebody could please explain it to me in my comment section, please do. Or give me a link to somewhere that I could read, because I'm not going to search it out myself. I'm really not. Because of no interest in it. And I can't force my ADHD to be interested in it, so we're just not interested in it. But if somebody provides it and like holds my hand and like feeds me the information and have it be credible information and correct information and not just some .com BS. Give me a .org or .gov document that shows and cites their resources where they get their information from, so then I can follow the paper trail and see how true that really is. I will do that kind of digging and research once somebody hand feeds me some kind of credible information. And then I will make sure and go find out if it really is credible or not, because I know scientific papers and research, and I know how to look things up, and not just listen and be a sheeple. I'm a sheeple to the extent of, don't tell me anything that's going on, because I don't care until it affects me. Once it affects me, then I'll care about it. And really by then it's too late, but really, how does my vote matter when House and Senate and all these things get passed without my saying, yes, let me vote, please, let me help decide in this. And I don't want to be a politician to help decide in it, so it's a lose-lose situation on my end. So why care? I don't agree with the way our government works and how our justice system doesn't work. Our healthcare system sucks. I mean, I love living in the country, but I absolutely do not love our government, and I do not love how it's ran, and I do not really respect hardly any of the systems in our country. I do not respect them. They do not respect us. So it's a two-way street in my mind, and it just doesn't work. We have so many broken systems, and I don't have all the answers. I just know that I don't want to follow politics, and you can't make me. Nah. Alright guys, I'm home. I'm going to get off here. I got to get crafting. I have less than 4 hours to get these shipped off and made. So I have got to get crafting. And I'm going to try and figure out how to do a tutorial of how to make a cuff and post that on here as well. Hopefully I can get things set up, but really I just need to start crafting. So if I don't record it this time, I will in the near future at some point. I love you all. Thank you so much for listening to my disgruntled, disabled veteran chat today. Peace out.